Okay, I'm live again. I don't have no clue what just happened. Um, let's hopefully everything will catch on. Um, let me try this. Yeah, I know I'm live. Um, okay, so, oh no, I'm knocking shit over. Oh boy, this is a disaster. There we go. Okay. Basically, what I had to do is I had to end the first stream and start a brand new one. So that should be working for everybody. I apologize to the people who are trying to watch the stream. I'll have to edit the two of them together later, I think. Storm, if you could let everybody know that the stream is back on, because I know there were a couple people who came in late, that would be perfect. Okay, and then C1. Now that we're through that disaster, let's try to finish this model kit without any more issues. Thank you for being able to tweet that out. Potato, potato, potato. Hey, Eric. Good to see you. I was just talking to the watchers from earlier. I'm looking forward to the podcast tonight. And figured what better way to get the blood pumping than do a live stream about a giant robot. It goes on like that. That's really hollow. That's quite weird. That's like a weird joint in there. So we have that. And then I need C5 here. Yeah, I just saw the tweet. Thank you, Storm, for sending that tweet out. Making sure that everybody who's watching can come back. It does not feel like 3 o'clock. Tell you that right now. It feels like friggin' 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but I know we started at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so today has just gone by like ridiculously fast. Get that nub off there. There we go. And then this goes like that on there. And we have half a calf. There, sweet. So take this one and we put it on D3 over here. We're almost done with another runner. Hooray. There we go. You know what I do? I typically go to craft night every Thursday around 5 o'clock. So I think what I'll do is just to save on troubles that we might run into in the future, I will stream the rest of the Gundam build, and then I'll probably save the weapons for tonight. I'll do that stuff at like my craft building session. So do that tonight, and that'll save us any traumatic experiences with issues and whatnot. So that's probably gonna be the plan. And my Gundam's beam saber fell out from earlier, so I gotta move that. This is A2. Blam. Have you played Titanfall 2? I have not played Titanfall 2. I do not have a Xbox One. I have a PS4 that currently has Star Wars Battlefront 2 in it because I still have hope in that game. But no, I do not own an Xbox yet. I would like to own an Xbox. I have a lot of friends who have Xboxes and they play like PUBG or Sea of Thieves, and they're like, "Oh man, it would be so cool like if you joined us on the game," and you know, but unfortunately, I cannot. What a sad day. And check up on the chat. I know there's probably not a lot. Good warm up. Thanks, Eric. Thank you for the warm up. Oh, it is on PS4. Oh, cool. Then I will have to pick it up at some point because I did not know that it came out for PS4. C7. Right here. Boom. These legs are a little bit strange. By strange, I mean, I don't think I've built legs like this. Because, like, ow. Wow, that time I actually did cut myself. Huh. Real authenticity? Is that what it is? Yeah. But no, this leg build is just very strange compared to the other ones I've done. Because the other ones, they're like, oh, snap this piece in, and then you, like, build the joint. And you're like, okay, cool. This one, it just seems like you build the joint, and then you just put the part on. But, like, that doesn't seem hidden at all. You know what I mean? Like, typically, like, the ankle joint would be hidden up in the leg. But I guess not. Not this time, anyways. So we're going to put that on this foot. Oh, no, I got to put the front cover on, don't I? That's why it's not covered up just yet. You moron, potato. Let's see. There we go. Worst Gunpla kit experience besides the IBO kit? Yeah, for those of you who are watching and weren't in the first part of the live stream, the worst kit I've ever built is the IBO HG wall. It's like a big, like, black and purple kit. It was my first ever kit, and it was god awful. It was floppy. It fell apart. The worst kit I've ever built besides that. I'm looking at all of them now. Man, that's tough. Huh. Probably, I want to say the, oh man. Probably the Love Phantom from Build Divers. Not that that kit's bad. It's not bad by any means. It's just the fact that whenever I was, like, cutting the plastic on it, like, the white plastic on that kit was just awful. The red Astray a must do. Which one is that? Is that like one of the red frames, or because I'm not quite familiar with any of these strays. Like, I know they're all associated by color, but, like, I'm not quite sure. Oh, I think I just accidentally pulled the camera a little bit. There, now you can see a little bit more of me, I guess. But there, we have a leg done. We have a leg and a foot, and we can't attach it because we don't have a waist. It's from Omega. It's gold and black. Yeah, it sounds like the gold frame. Yeah, I've seen that one. That one doesn't look like a whole lot of fun. But no, probably the Love Phantom, because the plastic, every time I cut the the white parts out, it would break like 3/4 down the piece, like completely away from where I was cutting my nippers. So that was a struggle. And probably I don't want to say the Zaku, the Johnny Ridden Zaku, because that was a fun build, but lately it's just been giving me a lot of issues. Like it seems to be like falling apart and whatnot. So I don't know. Broke a shoulder part, staying on, but it's not a fun. Yeah, breaking a real grade is not a fun experience because there's so many small pieces that you have to deal with. D2. Gotta go to this one now. Okay. Building the left leg now, and we're gonna need all of these parts, if I remember correctly. Let's see. But on the bright side, probably, I know I was crapping on real grades a lot, but I don't hate them. Like my real grade tall geese is solid as a rock. And I think that kit is like absolutely phenomenal. It looks different and it's incomplete because I lost the runner for the red mohawk because it was so small and I wasn't paying attention. I broke the V fin on my RG unicorn. Oh man, well it's also a bonus that one comes with 3 V fins. You get the foldable one, the transformable one, and then you get the actual V fin, and then you get the unicorn horn one. So you still have replacements for those at least. But like I lost the mohawk for my real grade tall geese, so it was not too fun. Okay, so I got all these pieces cut out. Now I need PC9 again. 9 right here. The MG unicorn is like that too. There are 3 V fins. Yeah, I actually watched a live stream Friday, where Evangelist built not the perfect grade, the master grade unicorn. And that looks like a really intense build. So I am kind of sad that I didn't pick it up when I had the chance, but I really wish that I had. And I'm not like heartbroken over it or anything, because I mean, the unicorn's cool and everything, but it's like nowhere near my favorite, and it's something that I can hold off on. Oh, I completely lied to you, Storm. The real grade Zaku was not, or no, the Love Phantom was not the worst build other than my Voile. That was the a real grade Banshee Norn. That piece of shit fell apart on me as soon as I built it because none of the armor parts would stick on. None of the joints would move because when you get a real grade, they have like the inner frame and you have to bend them. It was so bad where as soon as I like went to try and even attempt to bend the arm joint, it snapped. Like it was still on, I just cut it off the runner, no armor plates, no anything, and it just broke. I hear people praising them all the time. They're like, "Oh wow, this doesn't sacrifice posability and it transforms completely and it's at 1/44th scale and it's absolute perfection." And every time I hear that, I'm like, I don't know how. Because if the Banshee's literally just a recolor, it terrifies me to even, pick one up. I'm missing a piece. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. That's 9. I need PC2. Like I had so many issues with that thing. It made like, not gonna spoil anything, but it was on the list for worst figures of the year. And basically I tore it all apart and it right now it's sitting in my spare parts box waiting to be cannibalized, basically. Check chat. I've seen like 10 RG unicorns, including the full armor one at Barnes and Noble's once. Yeah, the full armor one I haven't seen yet because that's the brand new one with the green inner frame. I haven't seen that one in person yet. And if I'm gonna pick up the unicorn, I want to make sure that it is that one, because worst case you have an armor pack for like 10 other high grades if you choose to use it. So I don't know. With that one, I don't feel as terrified to risk it because, you know, worst case the mobile suit doesn't work out. You only have. Don't even tell me that there's a real grade Fenix coming, because I wouldn't touch that thing with a 10-foot pole. That's how bad I don't like that. I mean, the high grade Fenix looks fine, and I wouldn't mind owning it for a good unicorn-ish piece. Masquerade full armor universe. Wait, the full armor, like the one that appeared at the end of Unicorn with like 80 thrusters and 20 guns and everything like that? Because if they made a master grade of that, I will pick that up any day of the week. Because I love me a good master grade. And I love me a good bulky kit. There we go. So plug this in there. Okay, so basically all I'm doing is I'm just repeating myself from the first step. I need N117. N117. Right here. Man, and now I'm just really happy I didn't do the stream with the Master Grade 00 Quanta, because that would have been a disaster. And then N214. That's N1. I need N2. Did I miss anything in the chat? It exists. Oh boy. See, now I need to have one of those because I saw the last episode of Unicorn and I really like the green instead of the red. And all those guns on a Master Grade MG Psycho Gundam. Yeah, please, when? Because the Psycho Gundam HG is already the size of a Master Grade. Can we have something that's like twice the size of that, please? Question for you guys. Did they ever make a Master Grade Zaku 1? Because I really like the design of the Zaku 1, but specifically like the black tri-stars is probably my favorite version. I'm just curious because like I really like the design of the Zaku 1. It's very simplistic. It's not trying to be fancy, you know. Let me Google. Okay. Google and then let me know the results, because I'm actually super interested if they ever did something like that. Because I know they did a gun tank and they did a gun cannon and all that. So it wouldn't surprise me if they did, but I'm also not sure. That's going to go like that on there. And then C2 and C4, we're back to the panels. This leg is taking, I feel like it's not taking as long as the other leg to do. That's fairly common too, because, you know, once you do something, it's fairly simple to do it again. They exist. Sweet. So I will have to find that on USA Gundam Store then, and pick that up. Because I know the Zaku 2 exists, because they did Chars and they did, or Shars, however you choose to pronounce it. And I know they did, there's a lot of kits, like after watching Unicorn, that I really, really want. Like after watching Unicorn and the Origin, like I really want like the Zaku 1. I really want. What am I saying? Which way is this supposed to go? This is what happens when I talk too much. Like this. Okay. I really want Zaku 2. I really want like a Black Tri-Stars, Zaku 1. What was the other one that I was saying? Oh, what's his name from Unicorn? Angelo something. His Neo Zeon mobile suit looked sweet, like with the extendable arms and everything. I would buy that in a heartbeat. And I know there's a 1/44th scale, but I would buy a master grade of that. No problem. And now that these... Is it the Zulu? Because I know the Gira Zulu is just like basically the Zaku with an upgrade. It's the purple, whatever his purple one is for Neo Zeon. But like now that there's a sequel to Unicorn coming out, we might be getting like revival of old kits. Like we're getting the Sinanju again. Have you seen the Stark Jigen? Isn't that the one with the backpack? Isn't that the one with like the giant flight pack on its shoulders? Because if so, yeah, I've seen it. But it just doesn't do enough to interest me in it, I guess. It's very much like the... Okay, so Gundam Narrative is coming to us in theaters February 19th. Yeah, I have to find like a Fathom Events theater. So on the topic of like different versions of the same suit, a lot of the P Bandai stuff that they released, that they showed lately, really irritated me because I don't quite understand why it's P Bandai. So I guess there's a Jagan D type, I think is what it's called. And all they did was they changed the... they added tiny hip skirts and they changed the shoulders slightly. And they made it a P Bandai. Which I don't understand why you would do that if you're... if you're releasing the Jagan as a regular release. But maybe that's just me, because I don't understand a lot of things. It's starting to get brighter in here because the sun's starting to go down, but if it gets too it gets too bright in here, I'll change up the setup. But we're not going to be here too much longer. All right. There's that. And then this goes on like so. Boom. And then this goes perfect. Just gotta shave that down just a little bit. There. Get all the nubs off. Oh shit, I didn't put in the thruster. That'll slide right in, I'm sure. I missed that chat right here. I hate how the MG Hazel is P Bandai. I hate how any of the grunt suits in Master Grade form are P Bandai. I feel like if they released every grunt suit in a Master Grade form, they would make bank. Because they're grunt suits, and people would buy 3 or 4 of them just for their displays. Like, I get it if it's like an obscure... If it's like a super obscure like paint job of a grunt suit, or if it's like this really weird, strange version that's only been seen once, and you want to give it a Master Grade, make that a P Bandai. But don't make like one change on it. Still building it. Yeah, yep, I'm still building it. We had a little snafu with the stream, and I had to take a little intermission, but we're almost done. I'm on the last last leg of the build, if you will. Haha, I'm a funny person. There we go. Yeah, I've just finished the legs. Just about. I just got to cut out that cover piece. And then once I do that, I'm going to do the waist. And then that's probably where I'm going to end the live stream because I need something to work on at craft night tonight. So I will build the guns later tonight. And I will probably post pictures like on Instagram or Twitter or somewhere like that. So, but for today, we're just going to do the core robot, the core mobile suit. I'll probably end up panel lining it too, maybe. It wasn't a very expensive kit, so I might even just practice like my weathering on it and whatnot. Maybe cover up a few of the nub marks. You know. But there we go. There's another leg. Plop it right down there next to the other one. And now we're on to the waist section, which will probably be the best part of the build. Well, no, that's a lie. I enjoyed building the upper body part. Let's see. PC2. And N111. N2. N111. Right there. Have you built any of the 00 model kits? I mentioned in the earlier during the stream before we had the terrible fiasco with the live stream. I built just recently. I built the RG 00 riser, which was a real fun kit to do. And then I've got the not perfect grade. I'm not that rich. I've got the master grade 00 Quanta full saber sitting in that closet over there. So, I've had experience with one. But like I haven't built like the original 00 Quanta or like in build divers. I haven't built like the 00 or the 00 Sky yet either. So, oh come on. Fit. There we go. Got it. Got him. Oh God, what the fuck is wrong with me? Let's see. L117. Right here. Right there. Pardon me. It has been one kind of day. Let's see. Oh, that goes in the bottom. I see. I see how we do. So that goes there. And then the two polycaps. These last two for number 9 go to the sides, and those will hold the hip skirts on. Perfect. So there goes that. Get out of my face. I'll put that here. Have you heard of Full Metal Panic? I have not heard of Full Metal Panic. If it's an anime, I haven't seen a lot of anime. When you're watching a Gunpla stream while fixing Gunpla. Yeah, that's actually what I'll do a lot, is like I'll sit down and I'll watch like somebody build, like I mentioned earlier, I watched Evangelist build the master grade unicorn Verka, and I sat there and I just polished up some of my Gunpla. I panel lined my my custom that you saw earlier. and I actually ended up. What else did I panel line? I think I panel lined like my GBN guard frame while I watch that. So like I watch Gundams, I watch like people stream Gunpla all the time, and then while they're doing it, I'll just build my own, or like I'll touch up my own. Sweet. So that can just go like, oh no, failure. Piece fell off. Oh no. Okay, so that goes on like. Oh, come on. I don't care if you don't want to go on there. You're going to go on there because that's where you belong. You exist to be a crotch. So go on. There we go. There's one end. I don't want to force it because like every time I feel like I have to force something, I feel like I'm going to break it. But that means we can now put these two dudes here. Put the legs on. There. Now we're getting somewhere. Boom. Look at that. He's all shiny because of the glare. I do apologize for the really bright. Jesus, that thing is reflecting light like crazy. I'll put it over here. But the sun's setting like over in this section, so if it gets brighter on the screen, I apologize. Where were we? We were on that. Okay. All right, so L114. Now, this is also something that I see a lot of Gunpla builders do when they're doing like reviews and whatnot. When they straight build the kit, they always leave the front skirts attached. I don't. I always cut my front skirts because I think it just looks dumb if you're trying to move a leg and both flaps are coming up at the same time. I always separate my front skirts. What is that? I keep getting like Facebook notifications, and I'm like, I keep thinking it's a. Who in the hell doesn't cut their front skirts? A lot of reviewers actually. I've watched. What's his name? It's like Mecha Gaikotsu. Every time I see a review of his, the front skirts are pinned together. I mean, which isn't bad because he's just doing like a straight out of the box build, no modifications. And for that, I understand. But like, I always, even if I was doing a review of this right out of the box, I would still cut my front skirts. Just because that is, it feels like a requirement for me. I have to do it. M18. This is a little tiny white crotch piece. Right there. So that's going to go like so. Slide in like that. Perfect. Cool. So now we have a crotch. Where are we? Now we're going to get started on like the waist backpack piece. It essentially just looks like the regular backpack for the Jagan. So we're going to take L16, this piece here. It's going to go there and there. And we'll cut that. Oh, I forgot one. There we go. Maybe. Did it not cut? Why did it not? There we go. It did. I just didn't pull hard enough, I guess. Let's see. We'll shave this. There we go. We'll shave that. I definitely have to pick up like a nail filer or like a, need to get some sandpaper or something. I would pick up just like one of those Mr. Hobby model kit starter kits, but they're like $40 and it's ridiculous. And I'm not going to pay $40 for a pair of nipplers, a utility knife, and a filer. A5. Boop. Boop. There. So we got those engine parts cut out now. And let's see. If I can not cut my finger, that would be excellent. Let's see. Shave that off. What's the most expensive Gunpla you've seen in person? I saw a PG Wing Zero with the pearl finish. It was like $330. Jesus. I have never seen a perfect grade, so I don't honestly know. I think the most expensive one I've seen in person, probably that new Narrative Gundam A-Pack. I saw that on the shelf at GameStop. I went to look at the price, and it was like $75. Which is not bad for a thing that said the box is like the size of a master grade. So it's understandable why it's that much, but like I've never seen a perfect grade in person. I really wish I had. And I really hope that at some point in the near future, I can just blow all my money and get a perfect grade. I don't know what I would get a perfect grade of. I know they've done quite a few, and there's a rumor that this year is going to be the perfect grade RX-78-2 because it's like the 40th anniversary, and that would make the most sense. But I don't really know, because I know in 2017 it was the 00. And then this year it was the 00 Quanta, I think. But not really sure. Let's go ahead. Separate these here. Let's see. Okay, I ordered the Wing Zero we picked up without knowing the pricing. Or something. Oh, I mean, at least he knew the price afterwards. I've seen a perfect grade unicorn in box. I really hope to get a perfect grade at some point. I'm not going to be able to own one anytime soon because they are like more than half my rent. But I think it would be like a really nice challenge to like try to build just segments of that. And I'm the kind of person who's like, I can't stop doing something until I have like a set stopping point. Like on a perfect grade, I would probably build like a leg and then be like, okay, I need to take a break for a few days. Whereas like on this, I can build the robot and be like, all right, I'm good for a while, and then build the weapons. But like on my master grades, I have to build the whole robot and backpack and whatnot. So I'm trying to go for a PG Zaku. I'm not obsessed with them, I swear. I didn't even know there was a PG Zaku, so I would pick up a perfect grade Zaku if I were you. Because Zakus are the shit. They're not shit, they are the shit. But if you get a perfect grade Zaku, I feel like that's something that you keep in like pristine condition. Like you don't weather it, you don't customize it, you don't paint it. I feel that way with like all the perfect grades. There's a green one and Chars for the perfect grade. Yeah, I would go with like the green one. Personally, I would go with the green one and then like stick with that and not do anything to it. That was supposed to fold down. Oh, okay. I guess those only fold down to there. but the picture showed them folding all the way. Oh, maybe not. I probably just misread something. So there, we can officially combine. Done. Not really done. We still got to do the hip skirts. But we can super robot it up now that we have our Blastmaster. And we're almost done with this runner. I think once we use up the hip skirts, we're done with a majority of these things. Let's see. Need N. You know what? No, I'm going to do the hip skirts first, and then I'll do like these little extender things. So L1, 1, and then L2, 1. Set that there. Another runner down. Set that over there. And another runner down. Perfect. Sweet. So now that we've got 2 runners out of the way, we can actually have a little bit more room to work here. Shave some of this off. I think I might actually end up using this kit to like practice some weathering and whatnot. I think I already said that. I don't know what I've already said. It's been a long build. But you know what? It's been a really fun build. Save for the snafu that we had earlier. It's been fun. And now there are sirens outside my house. Well, I live in the city though, so that's to be expected. And I need N right here. There's that. We put this here. Squeeze that on. And then we plop it right here. Boom. Perfect. You're gonna have really long hip skirts, but who really cares at the end of the day? You know, all Gundams should make sure that their hips are covered. Because it's for their own protection, you know. I'm gonna squeeze that in. We'll go through and check the chat here. Good, Matt. Thank you, Ben. Are you looking forward to the Flash Arrows for the Flash Arrow and Supergirl to return? I am actually. I watch a lot of Flash mainly. Flash is like the main show that I watch now. I'd watched Supergirl for like the first season, and I thought it was all right, but it didn't ever like hook me like I really wanted it to. Arrow I watched for 3 seasons, 4 maybe. So I watched 3 or 4 of those seasons, and then after that it just kind of lost me. I stopped being able to care, you know, for those characters, and they started going back and forth, and everything was very wishy-washy, and just they would never make like a firm decision in Arrow. Whereas like in Flash, things happen consistently, they hook you. Those characters stick with their character traits. You know, they're defined by their actions. Whereas like in Arrow, Oliver Queen's like, oh no, my parents died. Now I have to go avenge the killer, or avenge their deaths by finding the killer. And then he finds the killer and he's like, I forgive you. And then he ends up, I don't know. I don't remember that show. I haven't watched Arrow in a very long time. But I am excited for Flash to return tomorrow. Sierra and I, my fiance, we always go over to my grandmother's house and we watch Flash with her. But probably what we're gonna do tomorrow, because we already told her we would, is we're gonna bring our Roku box over to her, and we're gonna watch Solo, because she is yet to see Solo, and she's actually super excited to watch. So, where is my? It's lost in here somewhere. There it is. I haven't touched this runner in like the 2 hours, 2.5 hours, right? Yeah, 2.5 hours that I've been doing this build. But no, like, I totally see where, you know, people will like not Flash, where people like Arrow and people like Supergirl, but like, I just can't get behind it. It doesn't draw me in, and I don't know. I feel like if I watch it at all, it'll be just for background noise, and that's not really something that I want to do to a DC show like those, because I know that a lot of people do enjoy them. But I just can't seem to get behind them. So there's that. And this goes on his back. Like that. Cool. So then, all I just need is to cut these out and do the same thing. And then, people of the interwebs, I think we will have our core mobile suit. Might need to get this kit now. Yeah, it looks really, really good. A couple of the color choices are odd, like that brownish orange on the feet are still a little weird to me. But I think if you don't like the colors, you still have like all the parts to make an orange HG Jagan. So, like, I've got like the extra headpiece and the head crest, hips, the waist joint, you know, the whole 9 yards. And that's what I like about all these build divers and build fighters kits, is they have all of the extra, they use the same runners. So like when you use this kit, when you get this kit, you're also buying like half of an HG that you can use for like builder's parts. And that's like one of the best things about the build line. Push that down in there. Perfect. Fold that down. And then we slide this on, and we put this over here and push that on. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. We've got our main robot now. I will build like the guns and everything later. Just because I have to take a break. I'm like falling asleep. But like, we made a mess, but we also made a giant Robo Lad. And I'm actually really proud of this one. I've heard a lot of bad things about it, but just because the posability is up to snuff doesn't mean that it's a terrible kit. And I'm sorry if he's really, really blinding you, because the sun is starting to set. So that'll be it for me, guys. Sorry this build took so long. It is a really decently sized HG. Here it is next to that custom I made. His legs don't like to work all that well, I guess. But he's like a good head and shoulders taller than him. And I still have a lot of leftover builder's parts. All of these are like Jagan pieces or extra hand bits. But yeah, that's it from me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this build. I do apologize for like the streaming issue that we had halfway through, but this one along with the other one will both go up. So like, subscribe, do whatever it is you guys do, and I will see you all in the next